Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dan the Delight and today I'm bringing you another FIFA 21 player review. This time we have got Thiago Alcantara, the Spanish central attacking midfielder, recently joined Liverpool, and we're going to get into the review. So I'm going to let you know exactly what his stats are, what makes up his stats from the attribute details, get into some gameplay with Thiago, and then I'll get into how I think he played in game compared to what his stats are, and then we'll get into what we think his stats should be compared to what they are on the card, if he's worth the money, and where he sits on the all-important chart. So, starting off, we've got 64 pace, 72 shooting, 85 passing, 90 dribbling, 70 defence, and the 62 physical. Thiago Alcantara, known as Thiago, it's 5'9", medium work rate, just sort of sits there, which is good. Right-footed, 5-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, and he's got the 30k price tag on him at the time of recording this. His price may go up, may go down, so I'm just going to base it on the amount that I paid, whether I think he's worth the 30k that I paid at this time or not. So let's get into the attribute details now and see how these stats are actually broken down. So we've got the 64 pace, which is a very strange one because it's made up of 74 acceleration and 55 sprint speed. It's like, how on earth? But that's what it's made up of. 72 shooting, which is made up of 75 attack positioning, 68 finishing, which is low, 75 shot power, 73 long shots, 84 volleys, 75 pens. We've got the 85 passing, made up of the 85 vision, 78 crossing, 77 free kick accuracy, 89 short pass, 89 long pass, 85 curve. With a 90 dribbling, which is made up of 91 agility, 90 balance, 85 reactions, 91 ball control, 90 dribbling, 86 composure. The defending on this card is actually better than I thought it would be as well, with the 83 interceptions, 70 overall, 54 heading accuracy, 64 defensive awareness, 71 standing tackle, 68 sliding tackle, and then the physical, which is at 75 jumping, 73 stamina, 59 strength, and 54 aggression. So let's talk about the standout stats there. The 64 pace, which seems low, but it's made up of that 74 acceleration and 55 sprint speed, which is such a different sort of range. I don't really understand where they've got that from. Like, you can't be that good at sprinting off but then slow once you get there, surely. But as you know, if you've seen any of my my reviews before, you know that I think the acceleration is more important than sprint speed anyway. So we're gonna, hopefully that will show when we actually get into the actual gameplay. 72 shooting is quite low as well. You know, but the finishing is the lowest, which is bizarre. But he's got decent long shots and decent shot power and good attack positioning as well. So hopefully we'll see how that plays out. 85 passing, really good. Especially the 89 short pass, 89 long pass. The free kick accuracy is the lowest stat in the crossing. It's not that we're getting too many crosses in when he's a central attacking midfielder. He's not a right or left wing, so that's not too bad. The 90 dribbling is phenomenal, and the stats are in all the right places. The 91 ball control, the 91 agility, balance, dribbling, fantastic. And then the strength is just a bit on the low side as well there. But nonetheless, let's get into some actual gameplay and see how he plays in the game and see if his stats reflect if they're better or if they're worse. Alright, so as you're going to see here, here's some gameplay with using Thiago. Used him in the 4-2-3-1 as the middle central attacking mid, which I find is the one that gets forward the most, which was really where he excelled going forward. He was brilliant. So his pace, it felt strange because he did get away really quick and then he did slow down exactly how his card says he would, but that breakaway was better than what I was expecting. He did have some decent pace on him, and he did really, he did quite a good job, to be honest, at getting forward into the attack positions that he was getting into. His shooting was way better than what it signals. We scored a couple of goals with him here, and they weren't long shots either. I didn't really get into any opportunities to try on the long shot. Maybe I should try out some long shots with him, but in the 10 games that I played with him, I only managed to get him into the box and get the shots in. But his finishing was fine. He didn't miss any shots. He took the shots that he got hold of. But where this guy really exceeds is his passing and his dribbling. So his passing was absolutely out of this world. Perhaps the best passer that I've used on FIFA 21 so far. His passing was incredible. He barely gave the ball away, and he made some incredible through balls, especially to Vardy, who we're using up front. It was fantastic to see Vardy on the run, and he would just loop the balls over to him, and it would rarely get intercepted or go too far astray, and Vardy would just get onto the end of him and score him. Same with his dribbling. it would be very, very rare if he was taken off the ball. Sure, his strength is low, and that is the only time that he would really get off is if he was pushed off. But his actual, like, you know, turning and all this jazz was incredible. You can't deny that, and that is why I think that he is really, really useful on FIFA. And then the defence and interceptions, he did a bit of that, but you're playing him as a central attacking midfield, he's not really going to get the opportunity to do so. And for the physical, the strength we've been through wasn't as good as, well, I mean, it's low, so what do you expect? So let's get into the breakdown now of what I think the actual card stats should be, and if he's worth the 30k that we paid for him. So the acceleration sprint speed is always going to be a bizarre one to me, but I do feel like it's about right. I think maybe though the acceleration is a little bit better than what it says. I give him about a 67 pace. He's not electric, he's not going to run at defenders like Vardy does, but the 67 pace I think would be a lot more fair than the 64, just because the acceleration did feel really, really good. And then the shooting, 72 is way too low for Thiago. I'd give him about 78, 79 for the shooting. He finished off some good shots that he got on the end of. Didn't really get into many good positions for him to be able to take shots, but he was setting them up left, right and centre. So I'd go up to about 78, 79 and go for 79 for the shooting. So the passing as well, 85 feels a little bit low to me. I'd go up to about an 87. His passing was really good. He very rarely put a foot wrong as far as it comes to passing. It's just obviously you can't give him the higher stats because the free kick accuracy and the crossing was low. But how he feels in game is completely different, because it's rare that you're going to be getting into a crossing position or a free kick with him. So I'd say about an 87 for the passing. Dribbling at 90 feels absolutely spot on. His dribbling was fantastic. He was not getting tackled. He was ducking and diving, weaving, getting around everyone that he was going one-on-one with. The only time that he would get pushed off the ball is if he's on a foot race and he gets elbowed off, and that just comes down to the strength, which we'll get into in a moment. But the defending at 70 actually feels about right as well. He did block some shots. He did get some interceptions in. 70 defending is pretty good for a central attacking midfielder anyway, so I think that's about right. And then the 62 physical is about right as well, because his strength 59 is low, and it should be low. He was getting pushed off the ball a little bit, bullied a little bit when he was trying to get one-on-one in a foot race with someone, especially with the lower pace as well. It didn't really work out for him. But as the best position that you're going to play Thiago in is in that central midfield position, just chipping through balls over to your striker or playing it out. He is really, really good at that. So, as I said, I paid 30k for him. Do I think he's worth the 30k? I 100% think he's worth the 30k. I think that this would work perfectly if you have Thiago and you have Ziyech from Chelsea as your two central attacking midfielders. They're both around the same price. Ziyech is a little bit more expensive, but my God, they would work well together. Thiago is a top midfielder in this game, and let's go to the chart now, see where he sits out of the players that I have reviewed so far. Alright, so as you can see, he's actually sitting in the number 2 position, which actually gives an idea of just how good Ziyech is. He is top notch, but Thiago is also top notch. And if you're playing two central attacking midfielders, I cannot recommend using them both together enough. They are both incredible cams, and I've only reviewed 2 cams so far. I have played with some others that weren't even worthy of a review. They were like cheap 1k, 2k players, but out of the top players that I played with, these two are phenomenal. I would 100% recommend going out, getting both of these. You can check out the Ziyech review to see exactly where his good points lie, but yeah, definitely look at getting both of these players. With that said, I'm going to leave the video here. If you did like this one, please do give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on, and there'll be loads of FIFA 21 player reviews to come and already on this channel. But as always, thank you for watching. Take care, guys. Bye bye.